One of the hardest things people realize after a breakup is that people never really miss them genuinely. They only miss the comfort they gave, the emotional availability, the security, the love, the care, the emotional support you gave. But in reality, they had nothing to give you in return. You see, real love is about comfort, is about tolerance, is about patience, is about showing up for people when they truly deserve it. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you constantly show up for people you are in a relationship with, but when it gets to the point of them showing up for you, there's usually excuses. They come up with so many reasons for you to believe they were not disposed, they were in a situation they couldn't help, and they make it seem so genuine that you get lost in the moment of their apology and their excuses, that you begin to believe them. True love is when you show up for someone and they show up for you equally, either emotional support, financial support, balance, care, being there for you when you need a shoulder to lay on. And because they felt like they were very comfortable with you being there, they just enjoy the things you brought into the relationship. They enjoy the fact that you were there to address and comfort them when they needed it. You were there to support them emotionally. Because you see, some people become really comfortable receiving love, receiving attention, receiving that care and emotional support. And you sometimes confuse the way they react to these things with the fact that they are happy being with you. Meanwhile, in the actual sense, they are just content with the fact that they are being cared for, they are being loved, they are being, they are being shown off in a very admirable way. And the reaction they put up, we get confused thinking they actually love us and they reciprocate. Happiness sometimes is not a yardstick that someone is in love with you. You might be giving someone attention and they welcome this attention openly and genuinely, but it does not guarantee that they love you in return. And when you realize that you are not getting the same love, the emotional stability, the same care and comfort you give to this person, and you finally take a stance to walk away, the voids set in. And after a moment, they realize that they cannot do without you, not because they love you, but because nobody is giving them that emotional support, because nobody is loving them the way you love them, because nobody sees them and puts that crown on their head the way you used to do it. And they come back. They did not return to you because they are repented. They did not return to you because they are beginning to feel love for you. They just feel that void you created. Pay attention. When they get back to you, be very wary of certain actions in the way they treat you. Because we sometimes open our hands to receiving them, regardless of the fact that we are not emotionally ill from the trauma these people created. And the fact that they come back, we believe probably they now see our value. They might see our emptiness. They might see that void we created because nobody was there to give them that same love you gave them. Nobody was ready to tolerate their excesses the way you did. Nobody was ready to treat them so special and so honorable the way you did. And when they feel like they are not receiving the same care, and they move on, and in so many ways they choose you over and over again because you are that person that brings out the best in them. You are that person that makes them feel worthful. You are that person that makes them feel the true being of themselves. Then they begin to look for you, not because they are in love with you, but because they want to gain access to you. And sometimes access breeds, some sort of closeness. When someone has access to you, some sort of intimacy begin to come up. Now they get back to you, and we confuse this comeback as they are genuinely sorry for the way they treated you. You have to be careful when this thing happens. Pay attention to the patterns. Pay attention to the way they treat you, because genuine love is all about care, it's all about comfort, it's all about concern. A person that loves you genuinely should be concerned about how you feel, what makes you happy, the things that makes you be the best of yourself. They should be concerned about asking you personal questions like, do I make you happy? In what ways should I improve on making you happy? How do we grow to become better versions of ourselves? In the absence of all these questions, they are just contented with what you do, what you give, how available, emotionally available, how connecting they get with you, the things you bring to the table, other than the growth they want to see in you. Then you should see this as red flags. Gaining access to people and they coming back to beg, or they coming back to tell you, oh, they miss you in your life, is not a yardstick that they really, really love you. It could be that nobody has been able to fill that void, and that is why they return. Don't put yourself in a situation where you get back to being emotionally distraught because you want to hold on to things that you should have let go. Watch out for the way they treat you. Watch out for the things they do differently. If they come in repented, changed, and are also ready to learn new things, to grow with you, also ready to learn about their mistakes and how to improve them, that's a good sign. But if they're just content with the fact that they just want you, and you ask them sincere questions, what are those things you want me for? And they cannot come up with, what are you ready to do differently other than what you used to do? And they cannot come up with something tangible. Then you should know that you should not settle for something like that. So you don't get to a point where your mental, emotional, and physical health would come into question.